Okay, yes. Good morning, students. I hope that you all are doing fine. So, we are going to start a very, very interesting and I would say funny story today, right? So, are you excited for it? Great. Okay, yes. Okay, yes, class. Before we jump towards the story, tell me one thing. Do you see your face in the mirror whenever you wake up or whenever you get ready and you're just about to leave your house? Do you just like check yourself before you leave the house? I'm sure that everyone has this habit of watching themselves in the mirror. Okay, whether I'm looking fine, whether my clothes are properly ironed or not. Yes, do I look smart? Some people like to wear makeup also, like very light makeup, a gloss sometimes that also work. Yes. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll change it and then we will be starting. We will be resuming it. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, yes. So basically, I was asking you about that whenever you go outside, before going outside, do you just give yourself a minute, check yourself in the mirror, and then leave? I'm sure that everyone does that. Even I do. Because we are social animal. We need to socialize in the society. So for socializing, we somewhere feel that we should look appropriate according to the standards of the society, right, class? Okay, now tell me that have you seen any of the animal looking in the mirror, whether they are looking fine or not? Like, have you seen a dog looking in the mirror, cat, any bird checking themselves out that whether they are looking appropriate, have they dressed in the right manner or not? Right, they don't wear any kind of dresses. You're right. Okay. Okay, now tell me what you can see in the slide. Ma'am, there is a snake. Okay. And what it is doing? It is checking itself in the mirror. Right. So that's our title for today. Okay. The snake and the mirror. So we are going to start with this very funny story, The Snake and the Mirror. And this is written by Vaikom Muhammad Bashir. And this was translated from a Malayalam. Okay, it's a Malayalam story, a story written in Malayalam. Okay, by V. Abdullah. Okay, so V. Abdullah has translated it from Malayalam to English. Okay, and this is Vaikom Muhammad Bashir, basically the original writer, not the translator, but the original writer who has written the story in Malayalam, right? Okay, yes, class. So if we like start with him, what he is, so he is a well-known, well-known name in Malayalam literature. So you have one of homework for today. So what you have to do that you have to write Vaikom Muhammad Bashir, and you have to see that what are the different kind of books that he has written. Right? You have to create a list out of it. And generally he has written. I'm just giving you a hint. Generally he has written Malayalam books. So you will find more of the Malayalam titles, right? he and for me he is my native because he is living in Kerala. And okay, so basically what is the thing is that he lives in Kerala. Okay, and is also known as Baipur Sultan. Okay, his name is Baipur Sultan also. Okay, right? So this is something about the author. We know that he is a Malayalam well-known writer. He is well-known in the Malayalam literature. Okay, he belongs to Kerala, and his another name is Baipur Sultan. Okay, Baipur Sultan is basically the place where he lives. Okay, yes, class. So firstly, I will be reading it. You will be just observing that how I am reading, and then we will start. Vaikom Muhammad Bashir. He was born on 21st January 1908 and he died on 5 July 1994. also known as Baipur Sultan, was an Indian independence activist and writer of Malayalam literature. He was the writer, humanist, freedom fighter, novelist, and a short story writer, noted for his path breaking down to earth style of writing that made him equally popular among literary critics as well as a common man. So basically, we can say that he writes in such a way even a common man can understand it, and even the popular critics of the writing can understand what he wants to say through his stories. Okay, down to earth style, basically that he is very humble while writing. Okay, there are people who try to show off, exaggerate. So he's quite down to earth. Like his style is being into the limits. Okay, basically. Okay, now we are going to understand the theme of the story. So, firstly, tell me, what do you understand from the word humorous? Yes, class. What do you understand from the word humorous? If I say this is a this is a story which is filled with humor, okay, then yes, humor is basically something funny, okay, something at which you will laugh. So while you will be reading this story, you will be laughing at the story, at the situation. Basically, the author will be creating such kind of situation for you that you will laugh on it, right? Okay. So these are the characters. What are the different characters? And there is one prop. Prop, you understand? That helps you to build the story. Okay. So one is that doctor. You can see there is a doctor. Then there is a snake, that's an animal. And third one is our prop, that is mirror. Okay. Now you remember the title. You have to write the title in the comment box, class. The title of the story is The Snake and the Mirror. Very good. Okay, what was the other name of Vaikom Muhammad Bashir? Very good. Saipur? No, no, not Saipur. It's Baipur. Okay, let me show you. It's Baipur, or we can say it's Baipur, Baipur Sultan. Okay, Baipur Sultan. Okay, yes, class. So now there is a very interesting, I would say, situation in front of you. Okay, so if you just imagine yourself, okay, imagine yourself that a snake has coiled around your body. Coiled, basically, it has wrapped. In the picture, also, you can see. And then try to think your state of mind. Like, what will be your state of mind at that point when you see yourself that you are completely coiled with the snake? Okay, the snake has covered you from all the sides. Just imagine that situation. Okay, that's not at all funny. I understand it. That's very scary, right? But here something opposite will happen. You will laugh at that situation, whatever will arise. Okay, let's study. Has a snake ever coiled itself round any part of your body? A full blooded cobra. All of us will fell silent. The question came from a homeopath. The topic came up when we were discussing snakes. We listened attentively as the doctor continued with his tale. It was a hot summer night, about 10 o'clock. I had my meal at the restaurant and returned to my home. I heard a noise from above as I opened the door. Okay, yes. So there is no important word, I think so difficult word over here. Coiled you understand now, basically wrapping. Homeopathy you also understand. It's a kind of a field in medicine only. Like there is allopathic, same way there is homeopathic. Ayurveda is there. It's basically medication. Attentively you understand with focus, complete focus, right? So what is happening over here is that, okay, there is one more paragraph. We will read that, then we will. The sound was a familiar one. One could say that the rats I shared the room. I took out my box of matches and lighted the kerosene lamp on the table. So basically, In this, there are no important words. You can see this is a lamp, and kerosene basically that is the fuel that is used to burn. Okay, to burn this kerosene lamp, basically to lit it, we require kerosene oil. The hoist was not electrically fired. Okay, it's not electrically fired, it's electrified. Okay, the house was not electrified. It was a small rented room. I had just set up medical practice and my earnings were meager. I had about 60 rupees in my suitcase along with my some shirts, dhotis. I also possessed one solitary black coat which I was then wearing. Okay, so important words are meager. Meager basically means very, very less in number. Okay, we can say he was just able to meet the boat's end, right? You understand? Like he was just managing his expenses. That's it. Also possessed, basically having a possession. Like if I say that I possess this bottle, so basically I have a right on this bottle, right? So I also possessed one solitary. Solitary means only a single, alone. You have that black coat. Okay, so that's solitary. I hope you are understanding it. So basically, here what he's talking about, he's talking about, yes, class. What he's talking about, he's telling about, like one of the doctor was discussing about the snakes. Okay, how it coils themselves. You all will be silent, and they are just listening to them. It's basically summer night time they are discussing. It's 10 o'clock, and what he did, he shared his room with whom? Very good. He shared his room with rats, right? And he used kerosene to lit the lamp. Very good. And then why he is lighting the kerosene lamp? Because there is no electricity. There is no electricity at the house. It's a very small house, and he has like created this or we can say use the room as a medical for his medical practice. His earnings are very, very less, and he had just 60 rupees in his suitcase. There are certain shirts, dhotis, and there is one black coat that he has. Okay, that he was basically wearing only. Okay, yes, class. So there is pronunciation drill. So kerosene, right, class? Speak in front with me. Kerosene, meager, meager, solitary, solitary, solitary. Very good. Good, class. So let's quickly, now you have to answer this question. Who told this story to the writer? Very good. It's D, a homeopath doctor. Okay, yes, what you can see here. Okay, if I say there is no electricity, I share my room with rats. Now, whose house is this? Very good. This is the house of the writer, and he was sharing his room with the rats. It was having no electricity, that's why he was using that kerosene lamp. He had 60 rupees in his suitcase, some dhotis and shorts, right? Let's read it further. Okay, now who will come? Okay, Jaswinder. I took off my black coat, white shirt, and not so white vest and hung them up. I opened the two windows in the room. It was an outer room with one wall facing the open yard. It had tiled roof with long supporting gables that rested on the beam over the wall. There was no ceiling. Okay, there is next paragraph also. You read it. There was a regular traffic of rats to and from the beam. I made my bed, pulled it close to the wall. I lay down, but I could not sleep. I got up and went out to the veranda for a little air, but the wind god seemed to have been taken off. To have taken off, okay? Have taken time off. Repeat. Like, say it again. To have taken time off. Okay, good, Jaswinder. Okay, yes, class. So let's discuss the important words. Yard, you understand? Right, class? Yard, you understand? Very good. If a person has a garden or it's open space, that's basically the yard. Okay. long supporting gables. Gable is basically the slope, like when you look back at this picture, right? This thing is the gable, which is providing support to the roof. Okay, this black line is the gable. It is providing support to the roof, right? Good class. Now next, taken time off. So basically, to take time off means to, like, take a day off, we can say. And or we can, in this sense, we can say that there was no wind. Like, he opened the windows so that wind can come inside, but there was no wind outside because it was summer night. Generally summer nights are also hot. Okay, like, there is no sun, but there is presence of heat. So what is happening over here? He's talking about his room as well as house. Yes, right. So as it can, we can say it's a routine of the writer that whenever he comes, he firstly take off his black coat, then white shirt, and just the vest, and basically hung them up. Hung means to hang them. Okay, it's the second form of hung. Okay, it was an outer room. Like, basically it was having a window and it was on the outer side. Okay, and so that he can see a yard also. From the window a yard can be seen. It has long supporting cables, we just understood. And from the beam of over the wall, there used to be like traffic of rats. If you see this picture, there is a kind of a traffic of rats. They used to come, they used to, like, be over there. Then what he did, like, next thing in the routine was that he made my I made my bed. Basically, he used to make up his bed. Make up his bed means you are keeping the things like pullover if you require, pillows. So you are just arranging your bed before you sleep. Okay, but he could not sleep. Why he could not sleep? Maybe because of rats, or you must write whatever you think is the reason in the comment box. Okay, so what he did, when you don't feel like sleeping, you try to walk. Because when you walk, your body tries, like, gets tired, and once you get tired, your muscles are tired, you will definitely fall asleep. Okay, so, and moreover, you can get fresh air also. Because sometimes when you don't get fresh air, then also you don't feel like having a good sleep. Okay, so good sleep is very much important. That's why you should sleep early. Okay, and then wake up early. Very good class. Now it's game time. So what I am going to do is that I am going to tell you a word, and from that word you have to create a sentence, right? Okay, if I say you the word yard. So now it's a word for you, yard. Now create a sentence with this yard. I have a big yard. Very good. Where you have this big yard? Okay, I saw a big yard from the window. Okay. Yard was covered with the fence. Is it right? Yard was covered with the fence. Or we can say, what we can say? Yard was covered with trees. Like, they were all in the yard, there were trees. Okay? Right. Okay, yes, class. So, what was the regular traffic referred to? Traffic, basically, what was the thing that was coming and that was creating a kind of traffic? Here, does he meant the sound of the vehicles? Too many people coming and going, traffic of rats roaming here and there. Very good. That's C. Very good, students. You all are doing well. Okay, so let us recapitulate what we have done today. So we have studied, we are just reading about a very interesting story. Okay, that in this, it's a story about a homeopath doctor. Then there is a snake, and then there is a mirror. Okay, so we have three main things, main characters. Two main characters, and one is a prop. Okay, and we are just reading about writer's house, writer's what he holds, what he has in his suitcase, okay, what his room look like. It's not having any electricity, rats are roaming here and there is no proper arrangement. Okay, he's just living on that 60 rupees. He's having some dhotis as well as shirts. There is one black coat that he has, like he possess. Okay, then further we understood that he is not able to sleep, so he just go outside in the veranda. Veranda is again the open space you have. Okay, it's a kind of a corridor, we can say. Okay, yes, class. So now it's your time to speak. So you have to tell me who is the writer of the story. I will give you a hint. Bepor Sultan, Vaikom Muhammad Bashir. Very good. Who is the narrator of the story? It's a homeopath doctor? Right. What were the doctor's possession when he set up his medical practice? What he had? He had a suitcase. How much money he had? Write in the comment box. 50 or above 50, 60. I won't tell you. You have to write. Why did the doctor live in a small poor house? Because he did not have enough money. That's why he had to live in that small rented house. Okay, next is your homework. You have to draw and describe the rented room the doctor lived in. So, firstly, you have to draw according to the description given in the chapter. Okay, that it has gambles supported with the that provides support to the roof rather. Okay, and it is not having any electricity, so you have to show it dark. You have to show a lamp that is like burning. Okay, then this way you have to, you can take the help of the third paragraph that we have read today. Okay, thank you so much, class. I hope that you understood this. And there is one more homework for you, that is to create sentences with the help of these words: solitary, meager. Okay, these are the two, and there is one more that I will give you. Just give me a minute. And another one is that you will be searching about the Kerala, from where the author belong. Okay, so you will be discussing. We will be discussing about some facts related to Kerala. So that is also your homework. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's lecture. And right now, it's not like, if I say from the point of humor. So there was not much humor today, but I as the story unfolds, there will be lot of like situations at which you will laugh. Okay, and I know that you all are excited to know what is going to happen next with the doctor. Okay, yes, do rats create that situation, or do, but I think so that when you think of rats, it's kind of a very awkward and funny situation certain times. Thank you so much, class. Happy learning.